Good day, lads. My name is Michael, and today I am going to be doing my prediction for the 2020-2021 Premier League. So we're going to start off with the relegation zone and 20th place. This was just a recent tweak I did. In 20th place, I have Fulham. I don't see them getting through to the next season. Such an inexperienced squad with a very inexperienced manager in Scott Parker. I really am wondering if he is going to get the sack midway through the season because he's just got his contract renewed. I don't know. I'm just looking at the squad, and it's really just an inexperienced team. There is a possibility that they can survive and go on, just like how Sheffield United did, but at least Sheffield had a experienced manager. Fulham just screams relegation to me. Obviously, their big marquee player is Alexander Mitrovic. He's got about 20 plus goals last season. Amazing player. Can be a bit callous at times, but I think he will grab a couple of goals. I know he's been a bit, his form in the Premier League hasn't been as good as his form is in the League One, but I'm expecting Mitrovic to score a couple of goals this season. The recent signing that Fulham did was Mario Lemina from Southampton. Is he even going to be the starting lineup? I'm really not sure about this Fulham team. Really not convinced by them. So that's it. I just think that Fulham, brace yourselves for a really bad season. In 19th place, I actually have West Ham United. I know this might be a bit of a controversial one. Many people have, from the predictions that I've seen, many people kind of predicted them to stay up. At the beginning, I had them in 20th, but I thought it was just a bit too harsh. Haller would be coming back, so maybe expect a couple of goals there, but still, David Moyes, he's going to get the sack. Declan Rice is obviously, I think, going to be the main star player for this West Ham team this season, but there's no way I see West Ham going to. They've had horrible couple of seasons lately. In 18th place, this might be another one of those shockers maybe. I actually have Brighton of Albion. I think they really lack firepower up front. Neil Maupay, I know he got a couple of goals last season, but I see him having an inconsistent season this time around. I know they signed Lallana, but Lallana is such an injury-prone player. I don't think that is much of an upgrade to their midfield, to be honest. Obviously, they got Ben White in defense now. How well will he suit into their defense alongside Lewis Dunk? I am honestly really unsure about that. I guess Joel Weltman now will be starting as their right back. Also, I'm not really sure about how that's gonna go. Matt Ryan is a decent keeper, for a mid-table team. I think Matt Ryan is a good choice, but I see it being kind of a Watford-esque relegation for Brighton. Maybe in the second last week or last week of the Premier League is when they are going to get a kick out of the Premier League. McAllister as well, he's a good player, but I'm sorry, Brighton, I just don't see you making it through. Now, moving on to 17th place, I actually have a bit of a shocker here, and it's Leeds United. Leeds United, where do I start? I know Marcelo Bielsa, he's pretty much a well-experienced, highly calibered manager, but he had a couple of seasons in League One. This is going to be his first season in the Premier League. I don't see Rodrigo being a good signing, if I'm being honest. I think he will flop in the Premier League. He's going to get maybe about 5 goals, in my opinion. Just don't see it working. I think Patrick Bamford, in my opinion, might outscore Rodrigo. I'm going for, this is my unpopular opinion, Pablo Hernandez is just not a Premier League player. I think he's 37 if I'm not mistaken. no way is he a Premier League caliber player. The defense as well, I just really don't know any of these players in their defense. I know they signed Robin Koch from the second tier in German football, but I I'm not convinced. Something about this elite team, I'm just not convinced by them. In 16th place, I have Aston Villa. This is an interesting team. To be honest, Jack Grealish looks like he's going to be in this team for another season. So it's good for them. They obviously look like they might be signing a new keeper. From the rumors that I've heard, it's likely going to be between Sergio Romero and also Arsenal's reserve keeper in Martinez. Tyrone Mings, I think, is an amazing defender. Douglas Luiz could have a impressive season. I see them being in the relegation battle. Maybe the last couple of games they, pull through, survive. This is the team that I think they're going to get loads and loads and loads of draws. And that is how I think Aston Villa will pull through. In the 15th place, I see West Brom. I think West Brom is capable of pulling a Sheffield United. I just feel like, they have Premier League caliber players who aren't necessarily great, but I think they will make do. A very Burnley-esque squad, you could say. Players like Matt Phillips, Jake Livermore, Kieran Gibbs, your typical mid-table caliber players. I think they will pull through. I think they will have a pretty impressive season. And yeah, I think West Brom will do a pretty decent job first time around, and they will finish in 15th place. Now in 14th, this is even a shocker for me. In 14th, I have Crystal Palace. It's a massive shocker because honestly, I wouldn't be shocked come end of the year if Crystal Palace get relegated. They have a not so good team, but I think we are going to see incredible youth players come out of this Crystal Palace squad. They have Nathan Ferguson. I hope he gets the chance to play a couple of games, because I think he has massive potential. I love to see him play. They signed, of course, Eze from QPR, Queen's Park Rangers. That is also going to be an interesting player to see. You also have Alexander Sørloth. I think he's coming back from loan, if I'm not mistaken. He will probably bag a couple of goals, maybe not double digits, but maybe 8 to 9 goals. I think he's going to perform. This is a bit of a unpopular opinion, but again, I expect Mamadou Sakho to have a stellar season. I think he's going to be a massive player for them this season. It's just a random thought. Guaita, I think, is a decent keeper. The defense, I don't know if Patrick Van Aanholt is fit, but decent right back, very decent right back. You also have Luka Milivojevic. I'm sorry, I know I pronounced that wrong, but he's going to score penalties. Definitely going to score penalties. If they get penalties, he's going to score them. Max Meyer just hasn't lived up to the potential that he was once deemed to have. I think Zaha will pull through. They will have a similar season to what Newcastle had last time around. So yeah, that is my prediction for Crystal Palace. So moving up next, in 13th place, I have Burnley. Burnley, I don't think they have upgraded their squad that much, but I just see them pulling through like what they usually do. So nothing much to say about Burnley. Sean Dyche probably make it through to the end of this season. In 12th place, actually, you know what? I'm going to change this. In 12th place, I should have Sheffield United. Nothing against Sheffield. I just think they got lucky last season. This season round, without Dean Henderson, they're probably going to let in a couple more goals, which would convert to a couple more bad results. I just think some part of this club got lucky last season round, and I don't think they're going to have a really easy time this time around. They ain't going to be beating Chelsea 3-0. I don't even think they're going to be beating Chelsea this time around. But yeah, in 12th place, I have Sheffield United. Now moving on to 11th, I have Newcastle. Recently acquired Callum Wilson and Ryan Fraser as well as Jamal Lewis. Massive signings. On their day, these guys are, crazy, amazing players. I think this is a massive upgrade for the Newcastle team. The Longstaff brothers, I think, are gonna have a big season as well this time around. I think they will pull through Newcastle. I see them finishing 11th. This is the interesting one. Is Steve Bruce going to be the manager by come end of the season? To be honest, I don't think so. I think we could see a big name manager. Maybe, I don't know if it's going to be Poch, but I honestly wouldn't be shocked if Poch ends up at Newcastle. I just see them with a big name manager come end of the season. Now in 10th place, this was a bit of a tough one. I have Wolverhampton Wanderers. I had a look at their squad. They really lack in squad depth, in my opinion. Their defense just really lacks of squad depth. If Raul Jimenez were to get injured, I know they have the new guy, Silva, who, such an amazing addition to the Premier League. I hope he has an amazing season. I really, really hope. I feel like this Wolves squad, they are going to have, they're going to face a massive challenge this time around. I don't think things are going to be as easy as they were last time around. So yeah, they are just blabbering the same thing over and over. But yeah, Wolves in 10th. In 9th place, I have Southampton. Honest to God, I think Southampton has an amazing squad. Kyle Walker-Peters, I think, is an amazing addition to the squad. Really good business. Alex McCarthy, I think, if for those of you playing FPL, I think Alex McCarthy is such an amazing keeper to have, especially with the defense. I feel like the Southampton defense could be a sleeper defense. Many people might underestimate their defense, but I just think they're going to have an amazing defense. If Danny Ings can have the season he had last time around, they could finish 7th, and I wouldn't be shocked. I know they had the massive hammering from Leicester last time around, but I just think the Southampton team, how the past 3 years, they've just had not such great seasons, but I think this time around, Southampton will go back to where they usually are, producing amazing talents, and yeah, Southampton for 9th, in my opinion. Possibly even fighting for a Europa League spot. In 8th place, I have Leicester City. They are going to be back in Europe, in the Europa League. I think that is going to cause some inconsistency in the squad. I don't see Jamie Vardy hitting double digits. I think this will be the season where he starts to decline. The man is 30, 33, 34, I think. He might be younger. I'm sorry, Jamie, if you're younger, but I don't think he's going to be hitting double digits this time around. Ayoze Perez will probably, I think, maybe hit maybe a 10, 11 goals in the Premier League. I think by come end of the season, Ayoze Perez will be Leicester City's main striker. James Maddison, he's going to have a decent season, in my opinion, James. The thing is, there aren't many big teams that would want James. Probably maybe Liverpool could be looking at him. So if he has a good season, maybe, a move to Liverpool could be on the cards. But yeah, I think they have a decent defense. I just think Leicester, having to balance Europa League and Premier League, I think they will face some troubles, and that's why I see them finishing 8th. In 7th place, I have Everton. Just such a mad transfer window they had. And the thing with Everton, under Ronald Koeman, they did have a massive transfer window where they signed Sigurdsson, Wayne Rooney, a couple more players that I'm probably forgetting. But Everton have Champions League caliber midfielders. They have James Rodriguez. James Rodriguez is not even a Champions League caliber midfielder. He's a top tier midfielder, and he's playing for Everton. He's gonna get support from Allen, who is a typical Carlo Ancelotti player. And I just think with Carlo Ancelotti, there's no way Everton is gonna screw up, right? Carlo Ancelotti is a multiple-time Champions League winner, at least an FA Cup or a League Cup, I think, is on the cards for Everton this time around. I think Richarlison could be looking at maybe 15 plus goals this time around. Teams like Barcelona come end of the season could be really considering a move for Richarlison. I think he's going to have a really stellar season this time around. And yeah, just keep a lookout for this Everton team. I think many people are keeping an eye on this Everton team, but they might perform miracles under Carlos Ancelotti. Now moving on to the next one, we have sixth place. I have Spurs, bit of a controversial one. I just don't see how Matt Doherty suits the Tottenham system, to be honest. Haven't really upgraded much in the team. Obviously, Son and Harry Kane are amazing players. But I mean, they possibly could win the Europa League. You know, they could win a cup. I think Spurs will win a cup this time around, but I don't see them performing in the Champions League. Maybe winning the Europa League and still getting that automatic qualification into the Champions League. But do I see the Spurs team finishing top 4, top 5? Unfortunately not. I know they have Harry Kane, who, if Harry Kane is fit, he's going to be scoring a load of goals. But I think this is going to be such an incredible season that even a team like Tottenham, who has a striker like Harry Kane scoring many goals, is going to get you 6th place, in my opinion. Next up, I have Arsenal, who I think will be the closest rivals to Tottenham. Wouldn't be shocked if Tottenham finished above Arsenal, but I do have Arsenal finishing above Spurs this time around. I just think that Arsenal has a much more well-balanced squad. I'm really interested to see how Saliba and Gabriel Magalhaes is going to pair up in the defense along with Tierney. It's an interesting time to be an Arsenal fan, in my opinion, but I think Auba, he's going to have a stellar season. I'm probably going to regret not having him in my FPL. I just think that Arsenal defense is going to do wonders. And plus Arsenal, I mean, I'm recording this on the 9th of September. We still have about, I think, a month left in the window. I am almost certain Arsenal is going to do much more shopping. They have acquired so far Dani Ceballos on another season-long loan, and also Gabriel Magalhaes and Willian. Willian on the right, Auba in the middle, maybe Saka on the left. Pepe on the left. Yeah, Saka in the midfield. It's looking to be a really, really big season for this Arsenal team. Can they pull through? I think so. I think Granit Xhaka is going to prove to be an amazing player. I really wish that Arsenal had sold Granit Xhaka last time around, because Granit Xhaka is such an underrated player, and yeah, I see Arsenal just finishing above Spurs. Now in 4th place, I still have Man United. I'm a Man United fan, but I don't think, even if we acquire Sancho, which I hope and I think we probably will, I don't think United squad with Sancho is a top 3 team, because the top 3 teams are just, they're on another level. Man United obviously so far have Donny van de Beek. I don't know if the plan is to play him in the starting 11 or if he's going to be a substitute player, but I still think the defense, there's a lot of problems in the defense for the United team. Obviously now with Dean Henderson back, that is kind of, I guess you could say, a new signing. What's the goalkeeper situation going to be like in United? I think one keeper is going to be in charge of Premier League and the other will be in charge of Champions League. And I actually think Dean Henderson is going to be in charge for the Champions League games. For the cup games, I think we are going to have Mr. Dean Henderson in charge. For the Premier League games, we'll probably, I think, stick with Mr. David De Gea. I know Martial had a really good season last time around, but he's still a very injury-prone player. If he gets injured, who's going to step up? I think Rashford, if Rashford doesn't have any injury problems, we could be looking at maybe a 20-plus goal season in the Premier League for Mr. Marcus Rashford. If Jadon Sancho joins, I think that just makes things really much more interesting for this United team. But I just don't see them getting top 3. I'm sorry. Now I'm just gonna move on to my third place, a bit of a controversial one. I have Liverpool, but I just wanna put a disclaimer out there. I think that anyone in the top 3 is capable of winning the Premier League this season. Liverpool, obviously, last season round, they weren't able to carry the Premier League trophy in front of their fans, and Liverpool is a passionate club. I'm pretty sure this is going to be the motivation coming to this season. They want to win the Premier League trophy, and they want to do it in front of their fans. So, will they be able to do it? The thing with Liverpool is they haven't really faced any major injury problems. The major injury problem faced probably was, I think, Alisson was out. They did let a couple of goals in, but they didn't lose any matches, which is amazing for Liverpool. I think it was Fabinho. I'm not sure if Fabinho could have been injured, but I think if any one of those front 3 players, especially if it's a Mane, Salah, maybe Trent Alexander-Arnold, I don't think Van Dijk is a player that could get injured, to be honest. But if any of these really big, crucial Liverpool players get injured, I wonder how they will fare. Same case with Man City. Man City had loads of injuries last season. Laporte is obviously the major injury for them. They also had Aguero towards the end of the season. Sane out for the whole season. City had to deal with loads of injury problems, and they came in second. I think Liverpool is going to finish third. The only reason I think so is because I think they will be struck with some sort of injury crisis this time around. But I think they're still going to be a level above United. They'll probably be on the same level as Chelsea and City, but I don't know. I think third place for Liverpool. Now my second and first place. We go second place first. This was a recent change because by the looks of it, Kalidou Koulibaly will be joining Manchester City. So I have Chelsea in second place. Chelsea, whenever they sign big name strikers, big name players, they always win the season. When they signed Diego Costa, they won. When they signed Eden Hazard, I think they won that season. So I am expecting Chelsea to have a stellar season this time around. Is Lampard experienced enough to manage such big name players? Kai Havertz, Timo Werner, Thiago Silva. It's going to be interesting. Chelsea will obviously have a mad season. Could possibly pick up the FA Cup this time around, I hope. But I just think they might have a trophyless season, but I think they're going to have a really, really good season this time around, Chelsea. They are going to get goals. If they don't get the goalkeeper situation sorted out, I think Kepa would still do a pretty decent job. First place, Manchester City. Kalidou Koulibaly, oh my god, he strengthens that defense with Nathan Ake as well. Wow. Rodri is such an underrated player, I think. I saw him on a list of, the top 10 worst signings last season. Rodri has been such an underrated player. Kevin De Bruyne, Phil Foden, he was just such an amazing player the last couple of games last season. Raheem Sterling, up front, Riyad Mahrez, Kun Aguero, Gabriel Jesus. I think we're going to have a big season from Man City. Previously, they were linked with Messi. I actually still had them in second place with Messi because I don't think that Messi alone was capable of winning them a Premier League. But Kalidou Koulibaly is a team player, I think it's going to be a massive signing if City can pull it off. And yeah. So just a recap now of what I said. In 20th place, I have Fulham. In 19th place, I have West Ham. In 18th, I have Brighton Hove Albion. In 17th, I have Leeds United. In 16th place, I have Aston Villa. In 15th, I have West Brom. In 14th, I have Crystal Palace. In 13th, I have Burnley. In 12th, I have Sheffield United. In 11th, it's Newcastle United. In 10th, we have Wolverhampton Wanderers. In 19 we have Southampton. In 8 we have Leicester City. In 7th we have Everton. In 6th we have Tottenham Hotspur. In 5th place Arsenal. 4th place Manchester United. 3rd place Liverpool. 2nd place Chelsea. And in 1st place Manchester City. Thank you guys for watching this video. Bye.